Dooling, for 25 years, did not tell a soul about being sexually abused as a 7-year-old. He is eternally thankful to the people to whom he spilt his soul, and eternally grateful to the mental institution he sought out shortly after facing the truth. Because in an instant, Dooling had gone from an NBA role player to a patient suffering from paranoid delusions and shivering in a fetal position, the 13-year NBA fixture revealed it all on the Players Tribune on Tuesday, opening Mental Health Awareness Month with his story that he kept hidden for so long. Dooling was a kid growing up in Ft. Lauderdale, Florida, and was hanging around his neighborhood when an older friend invited him inside his home. The boy, about 14, put porn on TV, then turned to Dooling and his friend. Simmons goes through the legs 020, he started making me and my friend touch him. Dooling wrote, and then he forced us to perform oral sex on him. I didn't know what to think or what was going on. I was just confused and angry. I was a kid. When it was all over, I ran out the door and got out of there as fast as possible. I didn't even look behind me for my friend, because I was just too scared. When I got home, I didn't tell a soul what happened. I was too embarrassed and ashamed. I just got in the shower and started crying. And I kept crying and crying. Dooling hid it until he couldn't, a lifetime later. By September 2012, Dooling had carved out a solid career as a reserve guard after being the 10th overall pick out of Missouri in 2000. He had played with the Clippers, Heat, Magic, Nets, Bucks, Grizzlies, and Celtics, bouncing around as a reliable bench option. He had been a contributor on Boston's team that went to the 2012 Eastern Conference Finals, and should have been celebrating during his off-season. Then, he went in a bathroom at a Seattle steakhouse and saw a ghost, Keyon Dooling, 51, in the Eastern Conference Finals. Photo by Mike Ehrman, Getty Images. Source, Getty Images. An older man, clearly drunk, was in the bathroom. As I'm doing my thing, I felt a hand grab my butt out of nowhere, he wrote. I turned around, and it was the drunk guy. I felt my heart drop. Dooling later grabbed him by the throat and couldn't contain his emotions. He was on edge, triggered, and would be until and through a meeting with Celtics GM Danny Ainge, to whom Dooling ranted, abruptly announcing his retirement, blustering about God, generally showing he was unstable. Soon after, he checked himself into a mental hospital. I was put in a little room on the bottom floor, the area where they kept the most severe cases, he wrote. Outside the door, I could hear all these people screaming and crying. I could feel the weight of suffering all around me. It was like a horror movie. Dooling made it to the other side. He thanked Ainge, as well as fellow Celtics Rajon Rondo and Avery Bradley, who helped him after his incident with Ainge. He thanked his wife and Doc Rivers, who visited the mental institution. Today, he can talk about what he spent his life ignoring. If you are hurting, get some help, he wrote. You can call out to God. But your second call should be the doctor.